Graham, welcome to Bradford City. How does it feel to be here first and foremost, new first team manager?
Really good. Excited about the role, excited about the potential of the team and the club. And me and Chris are delighted. We've been here quite a few times as a management duo, competing against Bradford, but it'd be good to be on the right side.
You mentioned that word potential. What was it, that and other things, that drew you to this proposition?
Well, ultimately the club wants success. I think it's capable of getting success. There's no time frame on that, but you look at the squad. I've watched quite a few of the previous games, and you can see there's talent there. You can see there's players that are motivated. They haven't dropped their energy levels at all, but they maybe just need a bit of guidance and clarity to get the best out of them. And but playing here before and managing here before, especially when it's full and the crowd are behind them, it's a really tough venue to come and play at. So we've got to try and make it incredibly tough for everybody else. But I've competed against Bradford at the top end of League One with Scunthorpe. I've played here in the Championship when I was a player. So and obviously the club was in the Premier League back in the day as well. So the limits are, the limit is sky high for the club. But we've got to deal with winning game one, and that's where our focus is on.
I was going to come on to that in terms of the potential that this club has, and the fact that you've seen it again at the top end of League One, managed against it in League Two and League One. Does that add to your hunger in a way, coming here and knowing what it can be like on a day where the stands are bouncing, and what the potential of this club can be?
100%. I think you always look into to clubs, and you understand them from being in the game for so long. Sort of how they feel, what their potential is, and whenever you take on a job, you got to see where it could go to. You obviously understand where it is right now and make the improvements necessary, but you've also got to see where it can get to. And for me, the scope is endless, and for Chris, and we're delighted to be here. But we always start with short-term targets, and it's usually the next game, and we won't change from that.
You mentioned Chris Leti coming with you as assistant. How's that dynamic, and how important is that to have somebody who you trust alongside you coming here and starting afresh in a way?
Yeah, trust is the most important word there. I've known Chris for a long time, played next to each other for 6 years. I wouldn't say we were best mates at that time, but we built up a really good professional relationship. We respected each other greatly, and when we started on our coaching journey 10 years ago at Preston North End, we began together in the academy, and we sort of took that into our coaching career and management career, and he's been with me all but maybe 3 or 4 months of that period, and we've had real good success at previous clubs. I know what I'm going to get from him. He knows what's the peaks and troughs that I will go through and how to manage those. But we bounce off each other. We're honest with each other, and that's the one thing. When you go into new clubs, you inherit other staff, and you get to know them over a period of time. But one manager's voice throughout a club isn't enough, and you need people around you to help that and support that, and Chris is certainly that for me. So and he's as excited as to be as I am.
It's a 2.5-year contract. How much does that signal your intent and your ambitions, I guess, in terms of a project and your dedication to coming here and really building something over the long term?
Well, the one thing, I think if you speak to anybody in the game that's actually worked with me or known me as a player or as a manager, you get me all in. That's it. There's no half measures, and that's the same with Chris. And that's why we trust each other. We work so well together, because we had similar careers where we had to fight from the bottom all the way up, and that gives you a certain resilience, a certain mindset, and it gives you an ability to improve and sort of make things better, make yourself better first and foremost, and then make your career better. And what we've tried to do is take that into our coaching careers to make our clubs better and our teams better, and obviously our players better. So the length of contract, it could be a 1-day contract, and they'd get me all in for 1 day. That's it. It's not the time scale. It's a commitment from the club to me as well, and to Chris. But if you ask anybody in the game, I would expect them, or would hope, they would all see that we've always been all in and fully committed to any role we have.
You've already managed at this level this season at MK Dons already. Coming here with that knowledge and that know-how, that experience so recently of having managed at this level and knowing everything inside out from the teams, the players, the management, that must come as quite a bonus for you, knowing that already and coming here ready to hit the ground running to an extent.
I only managed 13 games though, so let's not get too carried away with our experience. But no, look, our previous experience, we've managed in the National League, in League 2, in League 1, in the SPL, in Scotland. So our experience is quite broad about the levels. But for me, football's pretty similar across the levels. Certainly in the Football League, I think the Premier League's a bit of a different animal, but the Football League and the National League, there's certain things in football that don't change from level to level. Your work ethic, your organisation, the goal scorers, and all that sort of thing. So that, for me, we keep the game pretty clear for the players, and on a simple basis that we have to score more than the opponent and things like that. It's a real simple philosophy, but for me, football hasn't changed that much over the years. I know there's different tactics, different ideas. But out there on the grass, it hasn't changed that much, to be fair. So throughout the levels, there's a lot of things that you have to tick off to create a successful team, and what we've shown over the last 10 years is that's what we can do.
First game this weekend, finally out here at Valley Parade, Barrow visiting us. How excited are you for that, and how's it going to feel for the first time sat in this dugout as Bradford City manager?
Really excited. I think all games of football are a privilege to be a part of, and I think you won't see me sat down much because it's not really my thing. I'm usually bobbing around on the sidelines and getting involved in the game. But now look, we know what this venue can bring to a game of football. We've been here as players and managers before, and one thing you have to sort of half compete against is the crowd, getting behind the team. And I think if you can give them a game that they get behind the team and help you achieve the result, then that's what we're trying to do. So for me, the excitement happens on the pitch, and it should come from the supporters rather than the manager. I've got a job to do to get a fully functioning team out there to try and win the game. But we want to bring excitement to the supporters. I think that's what they want to come and see. Hard-working people, they want to come on a Saturday and watch their team fully commit to a game and hopefully win. So we're really looking forward to it. We can't wait to get to Saturday and see what it brings.